That's the number one issue, I think, for all Americans right now is inflation. We can't afford what we used to be able to afford. So he's hitting the nail on the head there. This is our wonderful panel. We have Republicans, Democrats, Independents. So I just want to ask y'all, raise your hand. Is inflation the number one issue for you? It is? Okay, Marissa, how about for you? What's your number one issue?
My number one issue is national security, but obviously the economy is extremely important, and
the border
inflation
falls into that category. Yeah, all right. So who here wants to talk? I'll start with you in the back, Mary Josephine, because you're an independent. And you watched last night, you heard him on CNN. What'd you think? How'd you think he did on the economy compared to Joe Biden?
I mean, there's no comparison. Under Trump, I mean, you could afford living. I mean, we live in New York City. It's impossible just to get by here. I mean, you mentioned eggs a couple of minutes ago. We have a pastry shop. Eggs about a year and a half ago were $31 a case. It went up to $161. It's down to probably about $120 right now.
You raise your rates?
Exactly. How do you survive? How much can you charge a customer, an egg omelet or an egg platter? I mean, $15, $16. It's unbelievable. As far as I'm concerned, we were much better under Trump in every facet of my life. It was just much easier to get by, especially when you're living in a city like this. I mean, we have the added New York City taxes and whatnot on us. So, I think Trump did a pretty good job last night.
Kayem, you're a Democrat. You're right here on the front row. And how is the party surviving when you look at what's happening at the border, when you look at the grocery store prices, when you look at crime increasing in all of our big Democratic cities? How do people still vote for a Democrat?
Honestly, I have no clue because it's like nothing's being done. Like everybody's losing their job. These big companies are laying everybody off. And like she was saying, it's hard in itself just to survive in New York. So something has to be changed. It just needs to be shaken up, period. It's just the same old rhetoric, the same old things, the same old people, and nothing gets done. And you just keep voting over and over for the same people. It might be a different person, but the same thing. They're doing the same thing. Nothing changes.
I know. And the way that they treat the Biden family compared to the Republican families. I mean, who wants to run for office now if you're a Republican?
Exactly.
Lisa, Angela, what is your biggest concern?
Economy, of course, but during Trump administration, I was paying like propane, heating my house. I was paying like $2 a gallon. Now I pay $5 a gallon. So winter for me, it's very hard to keep everybody warm and happy at the house. Grocery store, you go to the grocery store, every day that you go, there's a different price. So you spend $200. I mean, I'm blessed that I can afford, but what about the other people? That they are on a minimum wage, that they are not able. New York City, it's a killer for small business. Actually, New York State, we are small business owners. Taxes are killing us.
Have you thought about leaving?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So many that have.
Many times, and we're already making a plan and packing because we can. It's crime in New York City. It's the cost of living. They don't care about anybody that works hard, but they care about the people that are using and abusing the system. And we can't keep going this way.
Okay, Chris, right behind you. What is your biggest concern?
My biggest concern is always what's going on in the home front, and then immediately after that would be immigration, and then beyond that is foreign concerns. But something we were talking about earlier, and I believe it's a good thing to cover, is Trump is a business owner. He's ran major businesses, and I think that the country is basically a very large business. And when you put someone who knows how to operate a business, budgets, and everything that goes along with it, it's a real...
Is the country ready for him again?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
You see what's happening on the border, and you know he would stop that, or do the best that he could to stop it.
Yes.
With crime, I mean, he's a pretty common sense guy when it comes to that. But are we ready to go back to the tweets and to all of the rhetoric again?
That's the one biggest question. But as far as crushing immigration, I mean, the country needs immigration. It's good, but legal immigration. We can't have illegal immigration. It gets out of control.
All right, John, we haven't heard from you on this panel. Yeah, tell us what your concerns are.
Under Trump, we have prosperity and opportunity. Under Biden, we have despair and survival. People are trying to survive the Biden economy. whether you talk about household budgets in terms of inflation, for common things in terms of paying the rent, utility bills, groceries, and caring for their families. People are trying to figure that out. And they're also using credit in terms of revolving credit just to try to close their home budgets at a time in which interest rates are extremely high. So, you know, people are thinking about, okay, if it's Trump, Biden, hey, you know what? I think I had it really well under Trump.
Yep.
So this economy under Biden is really highlighting the positive policies that existed under Trump.
I think for a lot of people, it's the direction of this country too. I mean, we're terrified when you can't afford your eggs at your restaurant. That's really scary. And putting food on the table for our kids, paying for their college,
is national, foreign security, right?
I know.
National security.
Hey, Champ, you want to play golf?
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I did not get to y'all. I'm going to tell Brian in the next hour to get to y'all first, okay? Thank you for weighing in.